Hey there, Batman fans and LEGO enthusiasts. I'm Ryan, also known as BrickBatDad, and in today's video, I want to do an update on my Batcave. It's nowhere near complete yet, but I want to just give a kind of a current status and show you what it's composed of, and then also go through the things that I don't like and the things that I think should be better, and my plans for the future. Hope you enjoy. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to know when I publish new videos about my Batcave. It's a little tricky to get the whole Batcave in the frame. I think this is about as good as I can do, and it's going to look like it's tipped over, but it's not. That's what it looks like. But to get the whole thing in view, I have to tip it up a little, but you can kind of see there's quite a bit going on. Let's start over here. So this is the Bat Vehicle rotisserie with a space shuttle on top. So this vehicle rotisserie, like it sounds, it's instead of cooking meat, it's cooking Batmobiles and, well, Bat vehicles, different kinds. I've got 8 of them, 8 Batmobiles on the top and 8 on the bottom. It looks pretty good. It's mostly in black. And I think that's one of the weaknesses. I might leave it at this point. I'm working on some other rotisseries and ways to move Bat vehicles. And I don't know that I really want to go back and rebuild this in a different color. But the black makes it hard when a lot of the vehicles are black. It makes it hard for the vehicles to stand out, kind of hard to see. I didn't realize that till I was done. And this was the first vehicle rotisserie kind of thing that I had done. I put yellow on the end of these, on each of these platforms, to kind of to help see what's going on, see that these are platforms. And yeah, so that's this. Next here we've got kind of the water section. It's pretty small. We've only got room for a couple of real small vehicles here, or boats, and we got kind of the Batman's yacht. I have a Batman makeover video where I build that, so check that out if you haven't seen it. And then this one, I haven't really done a video on it. It's the Black Pearl with a bunch of cannons added to it, and Batman flag. I haven't done a separate video on that, but at some point I might. But got to have a Batman pirate ship. So this is one of the weak points, I think, is this water. I like these 2 vehicles fine, but it's just close quarters. It's jammed in here in front of the other stuff going on. I like how the water's underneath the rotisserie, but it doesn't go, it doesn't go over there, and so it looks kind of weird. The illusion is only kind of works at certain angles, so I'd like to expand that, and I also plan on giving myself an underwater section. I'm experimenting with a way to get this water to go down, so that I can have submarines and underwater type things for Batman. And I'd like it to just expand the water out as well. You can't even, these boats don't even fit on it, as you can see. So it's more of I like this water, like it's basically a light box where you can, where it's just like some panels underneath here with some light, and then a thin coating of 1x1 round plates, light bluish plates. And so it's supposed to kind of look just like a big, a big volume of water. And I like the way it looks. I think it looks good. It's just too small and no underwater part. So next we have a Batsuit conveyor, a medium-sized one. I've done a video on that, so I won't spend too much time on that. I've got plans for a much bigger one, probably 4 or more times this size. One I want to have a Batsuit conveyor that does at least 100 Batsuits, so I'm working on that. I'll probably still keep this one in there, but you can never have too many Batsuit conveyors. And then back here is another kind of vehicle mover kind of thing. I've done a video on that separately, so check that out. But I don't know that I'm going to build more of those. It's just kind of, it's okay. It's kind of weird. And it didn't exactly turn out the way I thought, and it requires an EV3 to be used for it. And I can run two of them off of one EV3, but I don't want to have a bunch of EV3s just running those. So we'll see. Here's the penny. This is not my favorite, but I've struggled a lot trying to think of how to do the giant penny. It's not real giant, that's the big problem. But maybe it's okay for now. There's the robotic dinosaur, he's in here. The giant Joker card. This is a Batman hot air balloon. I haven't done a video on this, but might be a good idea. Here's the Gatling gun. This came with the 1966, or the old school Batcave, I think. And then, let's see, next we got this little Batsuit conveyor, which I have done a video on as well. It's not motorized. I might motorize that and make it not so, or finish putting suits around it. It's too close to this thing too. So check that video out if you want. But probably need to motorize that, or just not put it in. This is the first Batsuit conveyor that I made. It has 48 suits. I still like it. It looks good, and I'll probably keep it. I do want to do, like I mentioned earlier, I want to do a much bigger Batsuit conveyor that will be more of a spectacle. But I still think this one will have a place somewhere. And then up above that is the Wayne Manor. Wayne Manor is mostly a modified Joker Manor. I took the roller coaster off and had to rebuild the door and kind of fix it up so that it looks like a normal manor. I would love to build a much bigger Wayne Manor. It hasn't been the priority. I love the Batcave stuff, so it's kind of been fine for now, but it's starting to look a little, a little teeny tiny when you kind of zoom out, and I've got plans for much bigger things, and at a certain point it's just this tiny little thing at the top. So I'd like to do that bigger, 2 or 3 times, 4 times this size, and do maybe a big W like the movie, where have a driveway instead of just parking the Lambo on the grass. Maybe actually have a circular driveway and kind of build that out, and have of course a bigger plot of land up there. I'd like to make that bigger as well. I'm almost more excited about making bigger land on top to kind of cover the cave. I'm almost more excited about that than the manor, but we'll see. And then this guy. So this, I have a couple of videos that aren't great, but check them out if you haven't seen them. This one, there's a good video I think on this from Beyond the Brick, but I'm really happy with this. This is my Millennium Batwing. I think it looks great. It oscillates between this like attack mode, which it's in right now, where it's kind of shows you what the ship looks like coming straight at you. And see there, it can fit 4 comfortably, and it's got a ton of computers and stuff in there. So I think that looks good. And then as it rotates to kind of show off the bat symbol. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with the Millennium Batwing. That I don't think I'll probably do any big major changes to it. The weak points for me are I'd like to fill out this back with yellow. I had that, like the mini blinds things, but it was a waste of motors, and so I kind of I'm thinking of just building a yellow backdrop with a bunch of yellow plates to kind of fill out to make the bat symbol stand out. But one of the things that's holding me up is that I don't know if I love how this frame thing around it's supposed to look like a cave. I hope that's obvious, but it's a little too perfect in the sense, the shape that is. It's not perfect by any means, but the oval is like very, very oval. And you know, I put some little cave pieces to try to break it up a little, make it look a little bit more cave-ish, but it's kind of a weak attempt at that. It still just kind of looks like a frame, and especially the kickstands that kind of hold it up. Those are not my favorite. I could do something to try to cover these up, but that's why those cave pieces are there. So I could probably do something about that. But the frame was a big project, so I don't know. I think I could just do a better job of tying it in with the cave, make it look more cave-like. But I don't know. Maybe I might just leave it once I have some bigger projects in. Maybe it'll fit a little better. You see here, it's like, you know, I don't know, 4 times bigger than Wayne Manor, or maybe twice as big as Wayne Manor. So maybe a bigger Wayne Manor would help, or maybe it's just not really a problem. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at for now. Like I said, I'm working on my next kind of steps here. I want to get to the water. I haven't started that yet. Oh wait, I forgot the biggest thing. So the biggest problem with this Batcave right now, the most glaring and intolerable, and really even the reason I took so long to do a Batcave update video, was because there's no Bat computer. It's a shame. And so those of you that have been following me have probably seen some of my efforts. I've been working hard on building a Bat computer that will look good and be proper epic proportions to the rest of this. And so that's going well, and that's where I'm spending most of my effort and time. So hopefully I'll have something to put in here along with the Batcave pretty soon. The other projects are the water, like I mentioned. I haven't built any new things with it yet, but I've been fooling around with Stud.io with some ideas to try to figure out what direction I might go to do kind of an underwater and more expansive water. I'd like to have the water in a large area take up most of the floor of the Batcave. And then I have also in progress a new Batsuit conveyor, a much bigger one. So I've built some of that. And then I also have a vehicle rotisserie I'm working on, not to replace the Batsuit conveyor that I'm working on and the rotisserie. I'm not going to replace those, but I want to put them alongside it. And the rotisserie I'm working on now is kind of a barrel shaped, so kind of an idea off of that. Actually, here, there's a picture over here. So I got this frame for Christmas, or I think it might be fan art. I don't think this is from a comic. I could be wrong. Let me know if anyone out there knows. But it's kind of, the thing I'm working on is kind of inspired by this. I mentioned it in an interview I did with Boone Builds. But I'd want the cars to kind of rotate. I'm not sure what you'd call that, like inside the barrel versus kind of a wheel, a merry-go-round type of thing like this. So I think that would have an interesting look. So I've been trying to work with that. That one is still kind of in the idea phase, though. Anyways, I think that's it for the update. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas or suggestions, or want to see anything else in more detail, let me know. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of updates. Thanks. See ya.